how I have missed that song, that beat. Welcome in, everybody, my butts and mashers. How are we today? It is, of course, NatesLegend, here to discuss some video games with the one and only Mr. Doodly-Doo. How are you today, Mr. Doodles?
I'm fantastic. I'm refreshed. I came off a vacation, much needed.
Oh, all right.
Much needed.
All right. Tell us. Okay, so that's part of why we took last week off. Was you were stepping away for a little bit, getting a little vacation. Tell us about your trip. What was your trip like?
Oh man! So first, I drove to Texas. Long drive.
Yeah.
Like 13 hours.
Ooh, rough.
Yeah, we hit some rainstorms in some crazy like canyon areas that were fun. Also went to a water park. Didn't get to go swimming, but left soaked because we got like hit with a monsoon 10 minutes after we bought our tickets.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, it rained sideways. That's a real thing. And there was hail.
Sideways.
Yeah, it was raining sideways, and it was hailing, and it hit me in the face, and it was crazy. Wow. It was like not good times, and I was carrying a cooler too, so that was fun.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare. Like in all reality,
I did go. The second to last day, I went to White Sands. It was like a state, like a park there in New Mexico. Yeah. And it was awesome. We just like walked around under the moonlight in like our bare feet, and like it was truly. I'm gonna say it. It was magical.
Oh, magical. Okay, I like that description.
Yeah, it was magical. Cool. Well, I was running around in the sand, dude. It felt cool on my toes. I was like burying my hand in it, and it was cold. Yeah, sand's cool.
That's cool. I'm just glad to have you back, man. Like as much as I'm glad you enjoyed your trip, I'm just glad you're back because I have missed you, Mr. Doodles.
Oh, I have missed you as well.
So much. Oh. So much. I see. While you were gone, okay. Question for you. Have you ever had one of those weeks where like everything's present, but like it just feels like your entire world has been shifted like 1 inch to the right?
Yeah.
You're walking through the day and nothing feels right. It's just shifted. It's just something is wrong.
It's just like all of a sudden you're looking at things and then you're experiencing reality, and it's just like,
yeah, it's like that a completely separate reality from, it's really weird. That's how my week was, and I'm pretty sure it's because you were gone. I'm convinced of this. You
it has to be.
And
the moon was in Pisces, and I was gone, so that's got to be a thing.
Yep, there you go. That's got to be something. I don't follow the moon. Okay, actually, no. Really? Well, I do a little bit because there is some truth to some of it, in the regard that like, have you ever like been with a wolf during a full moon? They are crazy motherfuckers, man. Like they are so intense. It's so crazy.
The wolf.
It does. And you can tell like the new moon also sets them off. They get a little bit riled up. So we do track at least the phases of the moon because of my huskies and my part wolf pup. So there is some truth to it. I will say there is some truth to it. You're like
the stereotype of like every werewolf thing in every TV thing where it's like you're watching for the full moon to come out, and then you have your puppy just in the special cage because it's the full moon night.
Right. No, the dogs, they're getting on my nerves. They're crazy. Anyway, it is what it is. All right, we can get into things. Quick icebreaker question for you here, Doodles. I'm not sure if you actually read it or not and had a chance to answer. Wonderful. Oh, this is going to be good then. I think I know the direction you're going to go. If you could only play one game for the rest of your life, and you know what? We'll throw a series in there. Well, it can be a whole series. If you could play only one game for the rest of your life, what game would it be and why?
Oh, easy. Any of the Dark Souls games.
That's where it is. Yep, I knew that was your answer.
Because I've done the work. I've gotten good. and I've gotten good, and I can play those games now. So I'm gonna play those games.
You got good. All right. No, I get
dude.
it.
I know. On the real though, I suck at them, but I can beat the bosses sometimes, and I think I would just play those games.
And I think it depends on like how much fun you're having as well, right? Like it's not always about having, beating the bosses or whatever else. Like if there's a game that you can kind of limp your way through, but you enjoy doing it, do it. Who cares, man?
Shout out to Alan. That is actually crazy interesting.
Yeah, I was gonna go ahead and throw that up as well. Boom. Just to play into the trip there. We have jellyfish. All right, we'll throw that up there. Okay, so Doodles, where are you going? What are you doing? What are you?
Technological differences.
Technological. Okay, I see. Okay. All right. Well, I'll play into that. I definitely thought that was what your answer was going to be. Yeah. Jeremy makes a very valid point. This is about where I'm at with it.
I agree.
Dark Souls because I'm not throwing my control, or I don't like throwing my controller. Yes, 100%. That is why I don't play. Every time Doodles tries to get me to play, it is he tries so hard, and it's like yanking teeth for me. It's like yanking teeth for you because you're trying to get me to play this game that you love so much, and it's like yanking teeth for me because I have to play the game that. I don't know. I wish I could like those games, man.
I gotta say, I learned to not throw my controller after my first TV. I'm just saying. I didn't do it a second. I just didn't do it a second time. I did it one time, and I was like, man, I suck. And then I was like, I shouldn't do that anymore. Oh, man.
Speaking of controllers, I've noticed the one game that's really, really messing with my controllers is Rocket League, and that's because like I tend to I like. As you're going, you're squeezing harder and harder and harder. So you have the controller drift, or the whatever, because you're pushing forward so much, and then your right trigger is breaking off because you're just sitting there holding it. Yeah, that one's actually really bad on my controller.
Can I ask you something though?
Yeah,
I was just curious. Can I ask you something? What game would you play forever if you had to play one game?
Ooh, excellent question. And I'm so glad that you bring that up because it's almost as if it's our icebreaker. All right. Anyway, I would have to say the game series that I would have to do forever would be I'm so torn. Okay, there's two, and we'll talk about them both a little later. I'm so torn. It's the Arkham games, right? How can you not want to just go back and play into it? Love.
They're good.
But also like God of War.
Yeah.
Like there's so much diversity in there. There's so much gameplay, so many expansions, so much that's been added onto it that like you're never at a loss for content. So if you enjoy the games, like it's a very, very logical answer.
One gripe though, Kratos doesn't say boy enough in his early years.
He doesn't. He doesn't have reason to, though.
I know, but it would have been kind of fun, just like boy. Just all
boy. He's just walking around yelling boy at everybody. Boy, where's my
every time he hits somebody, boy.
Boy. Like, that's fair. That's fair. I'll concede that particular point that plays absolutely no role in the outcome of any video game, really at all. So, but I will concede that point to you. That is a very valid point. All right, y'all. Okay, so I haven't thrown. Oh man, you know what I forgot in this entire episode? From the get-go. We have banners that I'm supposed to throw up here. I might think about it, hey, come leave a comment, which you guys have been. Thank you. Please comment some more. Love it. Haven't thrown a single one of them up yet. That's all. I'm going to try to do better. Nah, we're not far in. We're good.
Dude, you want some help with banners? Do you want some?
Man, we'll cross that bridge in a little bit here. Let's go ahead and move into some not so breaking news. This is what drove me here. Not so breaking news. And there's been a lot going on in the video game world, but there's some very specific ones that I want to speak about first. Have you had any chance to look into the Activision and Blizzard stuff by any chance?
Well, I've seen headlines. I haven't had the chance to do any reading, but they are not pleasant.
It's yeah. So every time I have a hard time with this particular story right now because every time I look at this story, there's more to it. There's more things coming out. There's more allegations, and it is so intense right now. So we'll just kind of start with the basics. Essentially, what we're looking at is a culture and an environment that was described as a frat party type environment. Tons of sexual allegations, tons of I mean, you name it, really, at that point. I've read a few stories that I mean, it's so uncomfortable to read. I feel like personally, I feel like you need to read those stories, those ones that make you uncomfortable, so that you can learn and understand what someone is going through and why they're going, like what kind of empathize with them more. So I believe in reading, and there are some rough ones out there. I don't really want to, if you get the chance to go look into it, I definitely think that you should. But really what it comes down to, and the whole reason that I bring this up is we're looking at two different kind of sides to this. So on last Wednesday, the employees staged a walkout. So there was a letter that was penned from Ubisoft and all the employees there. There have been letters penned from to Activision and the leadership there from these employees, and they're really starting to band together. And on Wednesday they staged a walkout, which my understanding was fairly successful. They were able, But what was interesting is the solidarity from the gaming world, right?
Yeah.
On Wednesday, I saw so many people that were pointing or that were saying like, hey, like, don't play Activision games this day. And obviously that's kind of hard to do. There's so many games out, but Activision Blizzard, don't play their games, especially from the Overwatch community. A lot of them did. And I thought that was really cool. So I wanted to bring that up when it comes to,
well, as far as fan bases, as far as fan bases go, the Overwatch community has always been very just awesome. It's really just spectacular group of people as far as social issues go. It can be, but I mean, there are true allies in the field, is what I'm saying. And I mean, Overwatch has always been pushed to put out really just solid reminders that, hey, we are trying to be on the right side of things, like trying to push for progressive change,
And I really hope so. My biggest worry with all of this, though, is after the walkout, Activision Blizzard hired a union-busting firm. Which, it's actually the same firm that Amazon uses. So things are escalating very, very quickly. I'm really, really upset with Activision and Blizzard's response to this. I don't care why you hired the union busting. Like, that immediately tells me that whatever environment they have there, or the allegations, that immediately tells me that they're true. Like, you don't hire a union busting firm over nothing, right? Like the employees have grounds, right? Go ahead.
I just always have this like really gross feeling when you don't want if you have to stop your workers from organizing, then you don't have a good like business model.
Yes. Why are your employees wanting to unionize?
If they feel exploited enough to band together, then maybe you have issues you should resolve.
Yes, 100%. I could not have said that any better myself. That is exactly true, Doodles. Exactly true. We're gonna go ahead. We'll move on just a little bit here, mostly because we need to do better as a community. No more toxicity. No more misogyny. No more sexual misconduct. Knock it off. Be better. Be better. That's it. Like, that's all I have to say about that.
I mean, just treat people how you want to be treated, man. It's not that hard.
Gotta love it. All right, moving on. We'll do a little bit of this, a little more of this not so breaking news. All right, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Siege of Paris. releasing August 12th. This is yet another addition to the Assassin's Creed Valhalla world that they're looking to create. I know that this will probably be about this time. So we talked in previous weeks about doing a Ubisoft update. I don't know if I want to right now, with everything going on, why give them the spotlight? So I'm just going to throw it out there. If you haven't, my take on it is I've already spent the money, so I'm likely going to go ahead and play it because the money's already there. I won't be spending any more money on any Ubisoft games for the foreseeable future, though. So hopefully speaking, they can clear their muck up. But nonetheless, Ubisoft or Assassin's Creed stuff coming out. When was last? Okay, so you got that for your PlayStation recently, right?
Yeah, I just barely got Valhalla. Yeah.
How far are you? Where are you at?
Not far. I haven't had very many opportunities to play it. Generally when I'm on my console, it's been so I could play Rocket League lately.
Rocket League.
Oh man,
we should get some Genghis up in here.
We should. That would be great to have them.
But we should get some Genghis up in here. All right, we'll cross that bridge again a little later on.
Shout out to my boy Bojangles. Bojangles. I'm just gonna butcher the.
Every time. He's just Genghis to me. It's great. Okay, so Siege of Paris, recommended power level of 200. So, kind of a later game. I haven't played Valhalla in a long time, especially after the Ubisoft stuff. I've been playing Spidey instead. So, yeah.
Spidey's so fun.
So much fun. We'll break that down in a second here. All right, more not so breaking news. We got some Horizon Forbidden West has been delayed to 2022. Which is fine. I haven't played the original anyway, so it's kind of hard for me to be super excited, but it's just another one. What are your thoughts, Doodles?
The news is always delays. It always makes me sad.
Every week. It really is. I could probably go back.
Usually it's just like, hey, great IP, wait longer. And I'm like, okay, it's okay. I'll wait longer.
I'll stitch together every clip of us announcing that there's another game delay, and I'll bet we could almost fill the whole episode just talking about game delays.
Throw back to early on in our episodes where that Harry Potter RPG got delayed.
Oh, right.
That still happened, I think. So that's probably
I haven't heard anything about it. That's another person I refuse to spend any more money on, so I likely won't be playing that one.
Really
can't wait.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so what's up? How you doing?
Yeah, so, all right. Continuing on here. We can just we'll go ahead and jump into it. Have you seen much about Halo Infinite?
No, you're the Halo one. You tell me.
Yes! All right. So the multiplayer beta test flight is actually currently underway. It goes until sometime tomorrow. So if you got one of the invites, that's awesome.
Good.
I had a chance. At launch, I was watching. So I was on Twitter, just kind of where I was tracking everything. And apparently the bots are dope. Like they have ODST bots and. They're supposed to, so apparently they play really well. I'm a little bit worried. Apparently they're pretty sweaty. They're really aggro, very aggressive.
Got you. So like very much on the learn how you play and then adapt kind of deal.
Yeah, exactly. So
how like when you would play like Call of Duty on Nuketown back in the day, and then the bots would just get better even though you hadn't changed difficulty modes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was stupid.
Right. Which I mean, I get it. Adapt. You want to make the game, challenging, right?
It was cool, but I really liked camping on the bunk bed, and it made it difficult.
Right. My worry with all of it is if you make these bots too good, at what point does that make it almost too difficult for those of us? Like, are you going to have different bot levels to where, like, maybe I don't want to play against a sweaty, like high caliber, whatever. Like, I'm not that good. Yeah. I'm good, but I'm not like that good. So maybe I don't want to play against a, high ranking bot, So
totally
are there
agree. But like devil's advocate, how else are we going to train for our video game Olympics in 2042 in Hawaii? You know, like how else are we supposed to do that?
I'm here if they want to put video games in the Olympics. I don't know how they do it, but that would be really interesting.
I mean, I think it's honestly, it's logically the next step.
It really
I mean,
is.
you have Overwatch League already. I mean, can you think about how things are going to progress if they just keep building?
What games can you even put in the Olympics at that point, right? Like, I mean, you can do Rocket
Madden,
League.
Tony Hawk Underground. What?
I feel like you'd have to put FIFA in there. I mean, that's one of the biggest games.
Farming Simulator.
Yeah, right. Like,
who stimulates the farmers the best?
Who makes the best farm?
Yeah.
Who would you even judge that? Okay. All right. Moving on, y'all. Moving on. Okay. Halo as well. Microsoft leaked spoilers
of
the game.
Game.
Yes. Microsoft leaked them. It was completely accidental. It's a whole thing. But at the end of the day, guys, I don't want to know spoilers. So don't be that person. Yeah. Don't spoil it for others. Let us enjoy the game. I haven't, I don't get to even play the beta or anything. So just don't spoil it for us. I know that they leaked. Just don't. Just please don't. Please don't.
It's not a nice thing to do.
No.
Like picture that guy walking into the Sixth Sense movie theater just before you're about to walk in. Just picture that. Let's just think about it. It changes.
All right, Doodles. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay.
Yeah.
So this the next not so breaking news. It is August 1st, which means free games. It's a new month. We get our games with gold. We get our PS Plus games. So break these down. Here's the competition. I say competition. Here's what we're going to do. I'm sure you're looking at the games now.
Yep.
At the end of this, we're going to choose who you think won free games of the month. Okay.
Dude, I know who won. This isn't even fair.
All right. So games with gold. We got Darksiders 3. We got Yooka-Laylee. Lost Planet 3 and Garou Mark of the Wolves. I don't know if I even said that last one right. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, moving on. We got
all lineup of games.
Right? Wait for a second. Let's do this. PS Plus, we got Hunter's Arena Legends. We got Plants vs. Zombies, Battle for the Neighborhood, and Tennis World Tour 2. All right, so first things first, before we break down those games and what our thoughts on each of the games, Doodles, who won? Who wins
Xbox won. Xbox won. All right, it's fine. I'm okay with it.
No,
I'm not hurt.
It's not a shot. I actually want to do that. Every month, at the end of the month or beginning of the month, when we find out who these are, we're going to have to start comparing and
I love this idea.
Trophy.
I love this idea. I'm not bitter that PlayStation lost. No.
Darksiders 3.
Darksiders 3.
Although I will point out, I am actually really excited for Plants vs. Zombies.
That is a fun game.
It's one of those dumb games. Speaking of dumb games, I say dumb games. It was actually a really fun game. We had a chance to stream this morning. We went on live with the Duke Mumford. If you get a chance, check out every week. We're gonna try to stream to the Geek Dome. We'll throw that up there. It is in the Geek Dome for now. Come watch us stream every week. We're out here just having some fun.
Yeah,
I'd love to have you join us. So
shout out to Jay, who is also with us on this.
Jay, yes,
great.
Jay also in the stream, absolutely fantastic. It was so much fun. We will so basically, way that it works, join us here in Gaggle of Geeks YouTube and Twitch. I'm trying to remember this. Sorry, I'm gonna be looking away for a second. So you can watch us there or in the Geek Dome, and you can catch all of us commentating on everything, or you can catch us individually on our own channels. We will be streaming to there as well. So if there's one of us that you want to watch, go ahead and do so.
Do on Twitch.
To doodly do on Twitch, NatesLegend on Twitch.
I stream horribly inconsistently, and you should check it out. It's a lot of fun. More
on YouTube. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So that said, do you know where that brings us? Do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? It is time for our main segment today.
No way.
It is dun. dun. All right, so PlayStation 3. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, Doodles, this is your time to shine. I got my 360. I got my 360 time in already.
Okay.
Right. So I want you to sell this console. I want you to pretend like this has it has just been announced. We just announced the PS3, right? That is the type of energy I want you to bring to this, because I know that you have it in you to be so obnoxious, okay, that you outshine me. And that's all I want. I just want you to just be that much. I want you at that level today.
You want me to just go out? You want me to
No, I don't
just
actually.
release the Doodles?
Not even
all right.
I kind of just started talking just to talk, but absolutely.
What will he the doodly do next? Hey guys,
yeah,
doodly do. I am out here talking about PlayStation 3s, and I like them a lot because they are Sony, and I am a part of the Sony brainwashed group. We are the elite. It's okay. It's okay to be mad sometimes, but the PlayStation 3 was a great console, really though. Lots of good games. If I just go over my notes real quick. I'm just gonna
pull your notes. I'll go ahead.
Should I talk about my my games that I like? Or
no, not yet. We'll get there.
We'll get there. Okay.
We'll get there. Oh, and you know what else I realized I forgot to do? I forgot to just turn those off. We'll make it nice and clean. You know, everybody knows who we are at this point. All right, for real. We will
PlayStation 3. The console looked like it was sponsored by the Oakland Raiders. It was a great console. And if you liked like Ninja Gaiden and you weren't good at it like me, you could play it on the PlayStation 3.
There you go. All right. Thank you, Doodles. We'll go ahead. We can bring you back down to earth, man. I don't know. I start talking sometimes and then I just start, I don't know, I ramble, and then I wanted you to stop me. It's really what I wanted you to do there. And you did a wonderful, wonderful job, and I appreciate you and I love you so much. All right. But for real, let's jump into it. So the PlayStation 3 was first released November, or it was announced at E3 2005, released November 17th, 2006. But the really fun kind of thing about this, it began development in 2001. It was a partnership between, we have Toshiba, Sony, and IBM. They created a chipset and decided, you know what, we're going to go ahead and put it in a console, which I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. It's a good collaboration. Its direct competitors at the time were the 360 and the Wii. Now, obviously, I would say, 360 versus PS3 is a very hot topic, very hot debate.
Yeah.
It's, you're going to get an argument there. Is there anybody that thinks that the Wii was a competitor? Like,
yeah, I do. Because I almost ended up with a Care Bear tattoo because of the Wii. All right.
How? Okay, story time. Go.
Okay, fine. I was in a really awesome band. We were gonna be famous. We were gonna be huge, and we were all playing Wii golf. It was band night. We were having Wii golf night. We made a bet that the loser of that round gets a Care Bear tattoo, and I almost ended up with it. I was in last place, and I just remember shouting, I'm like, guess I gotta pick my favorite Care Bear. And then I was just like really not happy, but I ended up pulling up and getting second to last place. The loser of that bet did not get the tattoo. I am waiting for that to be done. I'm still holding to that bet. You know who you are.
Might have to remind them in that case.
They know. They just don't want to.
They just don't care. They're like, yeah, no, I ain't gonna do that. Like, come on.
They don't want to do it.
Boo.
I know. I would have done it.
Yeah, 100%. Like, tattoos don't mean anything. All right, y'all. Okay, so some fun facts about the PS3. So, it is the first console to use Blu-ray disc, and that was actually its main source. It was a Blu-ray disc reader. Personally speaking, I think this is what really set the PlayStation 3 so much above the Xbox, right? It really had more capability to begin with. It was as I've mentioned in previous episodes, the Android of the time. It was very kind of open source, editable. It was, yeah, you know, so versus the 360 where, I mean, we didn't even get Blu-ray until the Xbox One. Like,
yeah, it was weird. You know, they treated it's almost like PlayStation treated their games to that next level care. They wanted you to know that, hey, these are high value games that you're playing. So when you had a PS3 game you were opening and you saw that like coding, you were like, this is rad. This is really cool.
Okay. Yeah.
I think to answer the question that was posted,
we're gonna throw a question up in chat here since it has been posed. Doodles, what Care Bear would you have gotten?
Oh, I'm gonna show you.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you. Give me just 1 second.
Yeah, I'm really curious now. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna look this up. Let's look up some Care Bears. All right. What you feeling?
I want the blue one with the cloud. The blue one with the rainy cloud.
His name's Grumpy Bear.
I want Grumpy Bear.
You're not asking me why I know that. It's Grumpy Bear.
I want Grumpy Bear because I am Grumpy Bear. I remember watching Guardians of the Galaxy with my friend in theaters, and he looked over me and said, if you were one of these guys, you would be Rocket. And I am definitely Grumpy Bear. Okay, I'm just gonna own it. You know what? I might just get the tattoo now.
I think I'd be Good Luck Bear.
Yeah.
It makes the most sense. It's the Shamrock. Now,
yeah, you are Irish.
I have some in me. It's not like I only get okay, y'all. I've been asked on 3 separate occasions at work. 3 separate occasions. 3 separate jobs if I am from Ireland. Now listen, I can do accents fairly well, at least in my opinion. But like I'm not from Ireland. Like, this is not anyway. All right, sorry. Since you brought it up. Okay, and then also it was the first so back to PlayStation here now. Great question, Alan. Thank you. That was wonderful.
Really like the input.
Anyway, sorry. It was the first console to actually integrate into its system the social services. So your PlayStation Network, along with the remote connection to PSP and PS Vita. So
on that note, I do have something to say. On that note, do you remember the note? This is the one thing that Xbox had over PlayStation at the time. This was the big dialogue. Sony got hacked and PlayStation Network was down for so long. And I remember talking with people who had Xboxes and they were just like, well, at least we didn't get hacked. And I'm like, you're right. I know. We saw it and it happened.
When people try to talk smack when there's no smack to talk, like I know I'm very you know,
he's like, you're not talking smack to me right now, you're just saying things that happened, and I'm also
like you're cool. Like it's like trying to tell the Jazz fan, like a Utah Jazz fan, like when they're like as a Jazz fan, right, never winning a championship. Like, you can't come at me with that anymore. Oh, well, at least we've won a championship. I don't care. I know. I'm very aware.
This has happened.
It's
a thing.
It is what it is, man. You know, it sucks. I would love to see it happen in my lifetime, but like,
that is true. That is a good point. That is a good point. I'm on top of it. I'm watching chat right now, man, and I'm responding so quick. Dude.
Do it. Okay.
We got Infamous. That is so true. Yeah. We did get Infamous. And that was
Infamous.
Ooh. We did get it. We got Infamous, and that was so awesome. I love those games. Those games were great. Bring them back. They deserve a reboot. Let's
Second
get
Son,
it.
Right? Infamous it was Infamous and Infamous Second Son, right?
Yes, I believe there was also a third. I don't remember though.
Was there? There might have been.
I believe there was a third where you had like pink powers and like your powers were pink instead.
Okay, I almost forgot about Infamous.
Dude, Infamous was such a good
that's
IP.
On my top 10 list, even. That's
Infamous.
Okay.
You know, that speaking of, we were talking earlier about potential shout outs. That's a shout out. Infamous deserves that. Honestly, Infamous deserves a reboot, and let's give the series what it deserves. Let's keep going with it because that was a great story.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm here for that.
Oh yeah,
we should look into that. See what I wouldn't mind playing that one again. I would love.
Yeah, you guys just call the guy at Infamous. Just be like, "Hey, Infamous guy, do the thing where no, this is weird. Do the thing where you do the series again."
Oh, I love it. Hey, yeah. So fun fact, my mouse has one of those little back buttons on it, and sometimes I occasionally randomly hit it for no reason. So anyway, so sorry about that, y'all. All right, so continuing on with the PlayStation, since we keep tangenting so hard, which I absolutely love. I don't mind a good tangent from time to time. I do just want to point out, so it did have the DualShock 3 controller. It is compatible with the DualShock 4 controller via USB. So kind of interesting. I didn't know that was I didn't realize that would be a thing.
So with that being said, does that mean you could use the PlayStation 3 on the PlayStation 4? Or no?
I don't think you can use PlayStation 3.
Or
I don't know which way that was talking about. Now you have me questioning if the PlayStation 3 controller was used on the PS4 or if the PS4 was
doodly do, bad student every year.
No, that's not a bad student. You're just making me question all of my reality. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, sorry again to all of my history teachers.
That's what it is. All right, couple configurations at launch. So we had a 20 gigabyte version and a 50 or 60 gigabyte version coming in at $499 and $599 respectively. Pretty pricey, but pretty on par at this point. I mean, it was next gen. I get it. It is what it is. But there were 3 different versions. Doodles, which version did you have?
I had so I started out with the original, the fat body. Okay. And then I had the slim, which was okay. The slim wasn't bad, but I think I stuck with the slim for the rest of it.
Yep. That's what I have as well. So guys, 3 different console versions. So you have the original launch version, which featured PlayStation in what's called Spider-Man font. Okay. Yeah. Now, the reason that's important is when they released the slim version, which was released in September of 2009, it was a bit smaller. It was a matte finish versus the shiny. And they actually did away with the Spider-Man lettering on the PlayStation and moved over into the official PS3 logo that more closely resembles kind of what we're working with today. Right. So completely did away with it. I don't know. It's kind of the go-to, I think. You do have the super slim version as well. So did you ever own a super slim version?
No, I didn't get the super slim. I just had the slim.
Okay, so it had a sliding top for its disc.
Okay.
Yes, so it made it very unique. It was a lot slimmer. It was a lot smaller. But yeah, it basically, the top just slid open. You put the disc in and then it slides back, which in retrospect sounds really cool. Or not retrospect, in hindsight, like sounds really cool, but was kind of a disaster. Those broke so easily, at least in my opinion. I had at least 3 of those. My brother had at least 3 of those that all broke. My PS3 hung tight. I have the slim version as well, but his really slim. I think he went through 3 of them before, because they kept the slide there kept breaking.
You just reminded me. My nephew used when he was really young when my brother's friend had a PS3 at their place. And he used it as a coin slot. He thought it was a coin slot, man. And he put a bunch of quarters into the PS3. It totally just messed this thing up. It destroyed the thing. It was done for. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it beats baloney, or at least,
I'm just mad at that PlayStation for not spitting out some bubble gum for my nephew, dude. He tried. He gave it all his money.
So hard. That's... Okay, now that's a story I like to hear. That is that's heartbreaking almost. Goodness. All right. Well, the super slim version also featured new colors. You got the blue one that was kind of the standard. It was like a GameStop exclusive. And then you had the God of War Garnet Red. Ooh, absolutely gorgeous.
I remember this one.
God of War Ascensions. Yes. I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
So there are your versions. I mean, it's oh, sorry. And then this one had a 250 gigabyte versus and a 500 gigabyte version as well. So,
and if you're getting the Steam Deck version of that, you can get that for $600.
Yeah,
right, something like that.
Something like that. So yeah, overall, pretty good console. It's one that brings back a lot of memories, at least for me. It's where our childhoods kind of lived. So we've mentioned our old buddy Thane a few times. He's one that comes to mind as I think about. Hi Thane, if you ever end up, watching this, one that comes to mind when I think of PlayStation. But for you, Doodles, specifically, when you think of PlayStation, what is the first thing that comes to mind? What is your best memory with the PlayStation?
Oh, playing Call of Duty with my friends, just all the time playing Call of Duty. And other times I'd say we're probably playing the God of War games were a huge highlight as well. Even though it's not like my dude, I can't claim it as much as you, man. It's your thing.
We'll get there, and we'll cross our we'll talk about our favorite games here in a second.
PlayStation 3 was just, it held the title for such a long time. It really it was the console that made me think that consoles last forever, and then they didn't.
Yeah, it's definitely taking a turn, but it really is. It's one of those best, one of those fun consoles. I remember there's one memory in particular that I don't know why it sticks with me, but it was a memory of you, me, Thane, and our old buddy Stewie.
Hi, Stewie.
Whom we played with the other day as well. And we were just sitting on Stewie's living room. Playing PlayStation 3. We were playing Call of Duty. It was Modern Warfare 2 on I believe, what's the name of that? I don't know.
Was it Rust?
It was Rust. So we have Rust. We're playing on Rust, and it's us three versus Thane.
Yeah, man. That's not even fair.
Smoked us. He
spawn camped us, man.
Oh, it was so rough. He got up to the top and just sat there, and just as soon as we'd spawn in, headshot. Yeah. Like, you mother, it was the worst. But it's one of my favorite memories. We were target practice.
Scarring me in my childhood with video games.
Yep. Hi, Thane. All right, so let's go ahead then. We'll kind of go into one last little section here before we break for the evening. We won't take up a lot of your time today, guys. Favorite games, man. I had you put together your top 5, and I know that this is really hard, but these are top 5 games that were released on the PlayStation 3. That's the end goal here. So,
okay,
Doodles, I'm gonna let you start. Go ahead, my man.
All right. Well, if my games were not, in fact, released on the PS3 and you catch me on it, I'm gonna say sorry.
No, I'm not gonna call you out on anything. I'm pretty sure all of yours were. Yes.
But what I will say is these are games that I know were on the PS3 and I enjoyed them.
Yeah, they at least were on the PS3. That'll count. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Number 5 was Assassin's Creed 2. Now, this one I didn't play on the PS3. I played it on the Xbox 360, but it's on the PS3. Okay. I love this game. First game I ever got 100% on the trophies. I played it for years and literally never got bored with it. I can't tell you how many times I've beaten this game. It's probably my most beaten game.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, second maybe, or tied to maybe Diablo 3. But
you do a lot with Diablo 3. We had a chance to play Diablo this weekend as well. We've had a lot of gameplay lately.
We're gonna talk about it. It's coming up.
All right,
we got GTA 5, which I forget that it was released for the PlayStation 3. By the way, can we get GTA 6 sometime soon? A full console has passed.
Right, we're next gen. We've lapped it at this point.
I love GTA 5. Great game. Number 3, we got BioShock Infinite. Now, the BioShock series is another one that doesn't get talked about enough, in my opinion. That, as well as Infamous, great story, and just 3 completely solid games. I remember playing them, being scared and not being able to stop. And I'm not a horror game guy.
Yep.
So I love the BioShock series. Diablo 3 is my number 2. Now,
number 2.
Diablo 3 is my number 2 game.
All right.
It's one of the only ones like GTA to be able to just last a whole console without releasing a sequel.
Really needed.
Yeah, Diablo 3 was amazing, and their upkeep on this game has been beautiful. They've treated it with the most care. I don't know of a single other game that gets as much upkeep as Diablo 3 as far as like consistently new content being put out. They're on it. But I don't want to like hype it up too much, I guess.
No, you're not wrong. Playing this weekend, like that was one thing I noticed. It was vastly different from when I had last played. There was a lot to it. So no, I would agree with you there. They have done a great job of adding content to, make it keep it going. Yeah.
And at my number 1, I'm gonna go with my think about it answer, man. Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, and Dark Souls 2. While I didn't play these games on the PS3, I played them after the fact. They did have time on this console, and they have revolutionized gaming, in my opinion. I love it. You have the Souls-like games. People make games to make them play similar to Dark Souls games now. And that's because they're freaking amazing. I love these games. They're hard. The bosses will make you break your TV, but then you get a new one and you learn not to throw your controller anymore. And,
Jeremy.
It's just the RPG games are the ish, dude. It's the best stuff.
All right.
And that's my list. I'm gonna end up with that. Solid games.
Solid choices. Solid choices. I absolutely love it, Doodles. Thank you so much for your input. It's a lot of those games are near my list. I tend to go for a slightly different game style than you do, right? But I think I think that this sums me up pretty accurately. So number 5 for me, I would have to put the Portal, the Orange Box collection that came out. Portal is one that I have spent more time on than I care to actually admit. I can just keep playing it over and over again. I forget the puzzles, so it takes me a second to remember. And like I love Portal. So that one actually
with a friend, it's so fun.
Yes, Portal 2 especially. Yeah, once you throw in Portal 2 and you get to go with friends. Ooh, I believe though Portal 2 only came out for the Xbox though. The original one was available on the PlayStation. It's still hard to find, but it was available. And then it went to Xbox exclusive, did it not?
That's fair. I want to say, I think that was what happened. I'm not 100%, so don't quote me on it, but I think it was Xbox exclusive.
There. All right. Okay. Moving on, number 4. I have and you're gonna kind of be surprised when I thought of this one, but I didn't think of, Infamous. Prototype.
Oh man, Prototype was amazing.
Prototype. That was so much fun. You just jump down, slam them with your freaking like zombie arm that magnifies 3 times. You can just like it was basically Spider-Man before Spider-Man.
Yeah, Prototype took that free roam element and just basically said, we don't care about your buildings. We're going to do whatever we want. We can get where we want, how we want. Doesn't matter. Prototype was amazing.
It really, Prototype, I do think set a foundation for kind of those free world games, because if you play it, it feels similar to kind of your current Spider-Man game open world, right? So I would throw that one in there. Number 3, I put, and this is just for nostalgia purposes, really, if I'm honest with you, but I got Modern Warfare 1 and 2. Now, I know there's a lot of Call of Duty games that got released for the PlayStation, but those ones I would put at the top of my, like, nostalgia, memories. Love it. I think y'all can guess the next 2.
Okay.
I think everybody can guess the next 2. It's just a matter of, it's a little shocking the order that they're on.
Is God of War next or no?
No, it's not. I told you, a little shocking of an order here. I would actually put Arkham, the Arkham games. Now, I'm putting both of them here at this point in time because, let's be fair, Same level, man. Same perch. Same. I would put the Arkham games. Specifically City and Asylum both came out for the PS3. Night. I guess Origins did as well, but I wouldn't quite include that one on my particular list.
That's fair.
So before we get to my
games were really solid though,
right? Before we get to my number one game, if there is anybody wanting to comment with their top 5, please by all means throw it in here, and we will make sure to kind of go over with it. But that said, my number one game, God of War. You saw it coming. Bro, I have tattoos planned for this. Like it's a love. For those that don't know, I have one of my favorite bands has some lyrics that I want to get that fit too perfectly for Kratos. So I'm getting Kratos's eye on my side with those lyrics, and it's going to be a whole side piece, and it's going to be massive and monstrous, and I promise to show you guys when I get it, but we're a ways out. So, but we do plan to get a Kratos tattoo.
Now let me ask, what's the band?
Asking Alexandria.
I love it. What's the line?
Okay, so again, Kratos, you gotta it's meant to be around Kratos. So they have a song. Lyrics basically go, get off your knees. Nothing changes when you pray. I'm the closest thing to a god you'll ever know. Mm-hmm. So what I want to get is get off your knees. I'm the closest thing to a god you'll ever know. Or I don't know.
Is this Morte et Dabo? Is it
with? Yeah, Morte Dabo.
Is it Morte Dabo?
No. Morte Dabo is no. This is. I've already forgotten. Oh my goodness.
That's okay.
You know the worst
part about tattoo though. You
want to know the worst part about ADHD, right? Like the real worst part for everybody when it comes to recollection. I know so much information. You want me to spit out all the band members and when they were on tour and who they're going on tour with next. Like, I can spit out so much information. Oh, video game, fantastic. You give me a few minutes to prepare, I can spit out so much information. But bro, you put me on the spot, it's gone. Immediately. It's gone. Yep. Like,
it's because you have all the info that you're like trying to hold on to right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're holding so much that your recall isn't quite there because you're using most of your brain function holding on to so much stuff.
Yep. So yeah, anyway, it's just gonna be Kratos with I'm the closest thing to a god you'll ever know. And it's I don't know. It
sounds
cool.
metal is all hell. So
it's gonna hurt like a mofo.
Off topic, dude. I want to give a shout out to Xbox Game Pass. That hour after the stream that you wanted to play games, they put Brutal Legend on Game Pass, and that's like the greatest game of all time. Jack Black made Brutal Legend, and it is a tribute to all things like metal and Jack Black, and I love it, dude. I've been playing it.
I'm telling you, man, as much as I love PlayStation and their exclusives, and I will never not have a PlayStation, right? Like I'm going to get a 5. All of that. Game Pass was probably one of the best things Xbox could have done to get its fan base like involved. It really is. Mad props to Game Pass.
I mean, PlayStation is trying to keep up with PS Now, but it's just not the same. Like, I mean, they have good titles. I'm not saying they don't have good titles. There are good ones. Of course. The consistency isn't the same. It's different.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not in the same caliber.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you here, Doodles. I think we've reached our time. We filled up a whole hour getting distracted by anything and everything, and I absolutely love it. Come with us next week. I actually don't know what we're going to talk about yet.
We're going to talk about stuff.
We're going to talk about stuff. We're going to talk about video games. I've left a little blank spot in the calendar here just in case something big and exciting happens. So we'll have to see what I fill that with. But for now, guys, go check out Doodly-Doo, Mr. Scott here. Absolutely fantastic. He's been streaming a little bit. I would love to see you streaming a little bit more of that Diablo, man. I'd love to be able to see that. You got a lot going on with that. But go ahead and chance to plug yourself. What do you got going on? Anything exciting, fun?
I'm gonna tell you guys. All right, I'm gonna tell you the first thing. The first thing is I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and I'm gonna do my thing that I do every day. And then also I'm gonna stream very inconsistently and I'm gonna try to show up. And then you're gonna get there and then we're gonna talk and it's gonna be good times. But
Great.
I actually will try to stream some more Diablo. That was a great lead. I'm gonna try to stream some more Diablo this week. And if you guys can get there, please show up. Love to have the conversation with you.
Do it. Absolutely love it. We'll have to we'll get on play as well. Guys, you can check me out.
Twitch.
The Doodly Doo on Twitch, and you can check me out. I'm at NatesLegend on Twitch. I've been streaming even more inconsistently than Doodles right now. Unfortunately, I deal with a lot of mental issues that prevent me from being able to be a person. So I'm back in the swing of things. I'm getting back ready. You know, whatever else. I'm taking care of my mental health again, which I have definitely been neglecting. So, guys, we're gonna go ahead and call it here now. Is there any banners I forgot to throw up here? Man, no, I don't think so. Just our merch. Go check it out if you like the show. Check it out, dude. It's so cool. This has been through the dishwasher. It's still there. This looks sexy as can be. It's nice and warm and it's hot in here, so I'm actually sweating really badly. Like if that tells you just the quality of like how warm it is, it really is a nice, comfy. Go check out. Yeah, like go check out the merch. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead. I'll let you guys go. At this point, I don't think I really actually have, anything else to really say. So, guys,
I have a glow stick.
Oh, you do have a glow stick. All right, guys, for all that is good in this world, please go take care of your mental health. And as always, please keep gaming.